This is a follow-up to my last video about fully automated reversing loops with DCC. I've been continuing to dig into this a little bit. Today is kind of an advanced topic, so this video is really only for those of you who are either dabbling with DCC-EX, which is a do-it-yourself DCC command station, or if you have an interest in getting into this. So anyway, this morning I'm sifting through the DCC-EX documentation over coffee, as one does. Now normally, by default, this is configured for one set of track power goes to the main line, and one set of track power goes to a programming track. So then I was looking at all these different modes that you can set your two outputs for. So normally, like I said, you've got your main line and then your programming track. And then I see this main auto, and I'm like, auto, what's that? And then I go down here, I scroll down, I'm like, auto reverser. Turns out the DCC-EX command station has built-in auto reversing functionality. You have to set that track output to main_auto. So I went into my Arduino code base for my DCC-EX command station. I do everything using the Arduino IDE as opposed to the DCC-EX installer. I just like manipulating the code myself. The myautomation.h file, this is where you can set up stuff. And then normally you'd have set track B prog. And that would basically tell your command station that second set of track outputs is for your programming track. But if you comment out that and you say, no, actually set track B to main auto, you're basically telling that track B output to be an auto reverser. I plug in my DCC-EX command station to my laptop using the USB port, and then I just click upload. That takes this entire code base and uploads it to the command station. But this situation is going to be equivalent to using one auto reverser for both loops, which you can do. You just have to make sure that you don't have a locomotive crossing the isolated joiner of each isolated loop at the exact same moment. So I basically just have my main line running straight from my track into my command station in the A track, and then my B track, which used to be my programming track, is now coming out of here, and I'm just running it through a splitter. I've got one line going into this reversing loop, and I've got this other line going into the other reversing loop. So basically this reversing loop are both part of the same track, and then the main line is its own track. And now we have our train hooked up to our built-in DCC-EX auto reverser. And it works like a charm. So now I'm gonna try running two trains. I need to assign one of these throttles to this engine. So we're gonna go steeple cab, go back here. Now let's run our first train, our second train, and they're running independently at their own speeds. Now here's an example of the trains getting very close to the insulated track joiners at the same time, but they didn't hit the short at the exact same second, so it all worked out. That is the mega simple solution. If you're using DCC-EX and you want to set up auto reversers, I suggest looking into the different track power modes.